Greetings, Rigil Agateides here, and today we're on something borderline a mobile suit. This is the Jamru Fin. When we say it's a mobile suit, it's more a mobile armor with legs. 3 times as wide as a normal suit, this monster can literally transform into a mobile armor and fly. This makes this 500 cost support type way quicker than usual support types, especially when it comes to taking high grounds. This doesn't mean it brings any less than a usual support type though. The main weapon is the High Mega Cannon, and it packs a serious punch. Couldn't show how powerful it is on the shield, but plenty of opportunities later. It has to be fired standing still, but you can fire it without charging while still staggering people. Clearly our opponent isn't going to push up anymore, we can't just waste our time here. With our survivability, we should be able to just push the guy with brute force. With special buffers all over, you take 10% less damage from almost every angle. Our opponent hit us with the one thing that prevents transformation and then hides right under our nose because our depression angle is far from sufficient. Didn't end well as we get downed by the melee attack, but with our armor we are still very healthy. Our teammates aren't doing that well though, and our raid types are not having fun against this general type. Enemy support type joins the fray, no time to charge our shot without it getting disrupted, we'll just fire it uncharged. The second weapon on the Jamru Fin are smaller mega particle cannons. While not as powerful as the main cannon, they can be fired on the move, making them more versatile. We're in a bad position here, but our superior stats kind of made up the disadvantage. The enemy is wasting our time again, terrible news when our team is losing badly. As a support type, there really aren't much we can do though, so we'll just charge our main cannon at the choke point. Over 9,000 damage since the Dingo first made that record. When the main cannon is fully charged, it comes with a piercing effect. Combined with a supporting fire, that bloke is completely smoked. Now time to run before we become the front line ourselves. Transform and get the F out. Being able to transform makes this support type unparalleled when it comes to rotation. Although be careful not to get stunned doing so, as staggers turn into down effects when getting hit. Charge our beam cannon again, the range is also plentiful on this support type as we finish the enemy at the rear of their formation. The third weapon on the Jamru Fin are missiles, but they pretty much act as Vulcans only, so it's just a bonus in the combo. Enemy spawned in, didn't look like a raid type, and I was right. Shield absorbed the biggest hit, quite a shame, time to fly and get away before their supporting fire lands. Ouch, this is what I said. Being hit while transformed downs you, and we're quite cooked this time. Still managed to hit quite a big shot before going down though. First respawn, this looks like a really good alleyway to charge our shot, and boom! Almost 10,000! Follow up with the smaller beam guns and that's one down. Time to charge another shot while we're on the move, head down the bridge, quite an aggressive move if you ask me, and another 5,000. The damage on this thing is quite ridiculous if you're allowed to charge your shots. It also doesn't take long to charge or cool down all weapons. Every 8 seconds or so, you're dropping one large shot and it never overheats. You can also be rude and overheat on purpose for an overkill. Gone a bit too far forward though. Time to fall back, boost us away without transforming since I don't want to get downed while transformed, turn around and charge our shot. Problem doing this though, someone can easily cut us from the side. With the tremendous breadth of this thing, that's not even a challenge. Uncharged shot still doing tremendous damage, perhaps this bloke didn't put on custom parts. Now, who can we find next? Same angle in the same alleyway, line them up. So close from doing a 2-hit again. Well, we can't get greedy and expect that to happen all the time. Immediately charging the next shot, as long as we don't fire immediately, it doesn't overheat. More than 6,000 in an instant again. We're also taking shots though, attempted corkscrew attack, but it's far from close enough. Second respawn and targets are already right before our eyes. Don't get picky and fire the cannon uncharged for some instant damage. Now that they're not peeking, time to charge it up. Annoying bloke destruction. Damn. Enemies are backing up towards their base. This isn't a great angle to shoot at when they're doing that. Give it a go, and it doesn't work. Reposition time. Maybe getting up the bridge is a good idea. There's also a separate set of cannons and missiles when transformed, but due to the handling, they're only useful when diving in. To fire at enemies without diving in, you have to fly a big circle like this. Teammates are outnumbered on the opposite side of the map. While I should have been there to help, the rest of the team can't spawn there anyway, so it's better if they fall back instead. Drop the message, and of course that doesn't happen. Our charged beam cannons have a very long range, but it couldn't reach because it's just too far. Charge it again. This time the enemies are 2 steps closer. Ooh, that's a raid type. He never appeared in front of us, that's weird. And it hits. Follow-up shot adds 1000. Now you know exactly how far the range is. Charge another shot, same position, different person, and another 5000 damage in the bag. The bridge had always been a good firing position. Enemies are falling back, so we move alongside. Almost missed this Isaac that has stealth in addition to his camouflage coloring. He's also the guy who had been jamming our radar the entire time. Charge our next shot, finds a general type, and he's so dead. Problem though, even with all our damage, we're still losing by 1000 points. All we can do is keep firing. The Isaac appears again, put another shot into him. Move along the bridge, we find another alleyway. This time it's a face-to-face shootout and there's no point attempting to charge a shot again. Just keep swapping between the 2 beam guns and try to do as much as we can. The cooldown on both weapons are so short you can almost fire non-stop, resulting in a disgusting damage per second. Even with the hitbox on this machine, it's huge, but it's not a problem if the enemy is almost staggered all the time, not to mention all the special buffers we have. Supporting fire hits 2 and we managed to finish up the job as well, but that was far from enough score to tie up the game. Taking fire from all directions, but thanks to the damage reduction skill, we finish up the game alive and well. Even though we lost the game, we did a disgusting amount of damage. Transformation allowed us to take good positions when we need to, and with the big hitbox comes big stats. Well, most of the time. So just brute force your way to the end. That's it from me today. Laters.